Every single minute, over 1 million plastic bottles are sold across the globe. That's more than 20,000 bottles every second, an endless stream of plastic entering our lives, our homes, and ultimately our environment. It's a number so staggering it's almost impossible to visualize. Imagine a river of bottles flowing nonstop day and night, year after year. By the time you finish your morning coffee, millions more bottles have been added to the world's growing pile. Each sip, each purchase, quietly contributes to a mountain of plastic that keeps getting higher. It's easy to forget about these bottles once we toss them away, but they don't just disappear. Plastic bottles are everywhere, lining supermarket shelves, filling our refrigerators, and quenching our thirst on the go. They hold our water, our juice, our soda, and so much more. Their convenience is undeniable, making them a staple in our daily routines. But this convenience comes at a steep price, a price our planet can no longer afford to pay. Beaches once pristine are now littered with plastic debris. Rivers and oceans are choked with bottles, harming wildlife and polluting the water we depend on. Most of these bottles are made from PET, a type of plastic designed to be durable and lightweight. But that durability means they take centuries, sometimes up to 450 years, to break down. Long after we've forgotten about them, these bottles remain, slowly decaying in landfills or floating in the sea. In fact, nearly every plastic bottle ever produced still exists somewhere on Earth. Some are buried in landfills, others are scattered across landscapes, and many have broken down into tiny microplastics, infiltrating our soil and water. We throw them away, but away is running out of space. Landfills are overflowing, and the world is struggling to keep up with the sheer volume of plastic waste we generate every day. But what if we changed our perspective? What if, instead of seeing these bottles as trash, we saw them as a valuable resource, raw material waiting to be transformed? The story of a plastic bottle doesn't have to end in a landfill or the ocean. With a little creativity and effort, we can give these bottles a second life, diverting them from waste streams and turning them into something new. We have the power to write a new chapter for plastic bottles, a chapter of transformation, innovation, and hope. By upcycling and reimagining their purpose, we can reduce waste and inspire change. Recycling is important, but reimagining is even better. When we look beyond the bin and see the potential in every bottle, we open the door to endless possibilities. When we treat a plastic bottle as raw material, not just rubbish, we unlock creativity. From art projects to practical inventions, the only limit is our imagination. We can turn waste into something beautiful and useful: furniture, art, building materials, and more. Each upcycled creation is a testament to human ingenuity and our ability to solve problems in unexpected ways. Change begins with a shift in mindset. It starts when we ask, what else could this become? And challenge ourselves to find new answers. Small creative actions, like picking up bottles during a cleanup or turning them into classroom projects, add up to big change. Every bottle saved from the landfill is a step toward a cleaner, healthier planet. Imagine millions of bottles transformed from a global problem into a promise for the future. Art installations, community projects, and innovative products can all be part of the solution. It's a challenge, but together, we can meet it with creativity, determination, and a shared vision for a better world. When communities unite, the impact is multiplied. So, are you ready to see what's possible? The next chapter in the story of plastic bottles is waiting to be written by you, by me, by all of us. Let's turn the wake-up call into action and transform our world one bottle at a time. Tossing a plastic bottle away might seem like a small, harmless act, something we do without a second thought every day, all around the world. But what happens next is far from simple. That single action sets off a chain reaction of harm that stretches far beyond what we can see. Each bottle, once discarded, begins a journey that can last hundreds of years. Most plastic bottles end up buried in landfills, where they don't just sit harmlessly. Over time, they slowly break down, leaching toxic chemicals into the soil and water. These chemicals can contaminate groundwater, affecting plants, animals, and even the water we drink. And because plastic takes centuries to decompose, the damage lingers for generations. But not all bottles stay put. Many escape, carried by the wind or swept away by rain, finding their way into rivers, streams, and eventually, the vast oceans. Along the way, they can clog drains, worsen flooding, and disrupt local habitats. In the ocean, plastic bottles don't disappear. Instead, sunlight and waves break them into tiny pieces called microplastics. These fragments are so small, they're nearly invisible, but they're everywhere, floating in the water, sinking to the seabed, and even entering the food chain. These microplastics and larger fragments wash up on coastlines, turning once beautiful beaches into dumping grounds. Our oceans, once teeming with life, are now becoming plastic soup, filled with debris that never truly goes away. Marine animals are especially at risk. Turtles, seabirds, and fish often mistake plastic for food, swallowing it and suffering from blocked stomachs or poisoning. Others become entangled in plastic waste, unable to swim or fly, often with deadly results. The impact on wildlife is heartbreaking and widespread. Every single bottle that ends up in the ocean is a potential threat to countless creatures, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales. Even coral reefs, the rainforests of the sea, are not spared from plastic pollution. Plastic waste doesn't just harm the oceans. It seeps into rivers, forests, and fields, disrupting entire ecosystems. The ripple effects can be seen everywhere, from polluted waterways to poisoned soil, affecting plants, animals, and people alike. We all share this planet, and the problem of plastic pollution connects us all. No matter where we live, the choices we make impact the health of our home and everyone who lives here. Finding better solutions isn't just a good idea, it's urgent. We need to act now, before the problem grows even bigger. Recycling helps, but it's not enough on its own. We must rethink the entire life of a product, from how it's made to how it's disposed of. Choosing reusable bottles, supporting companies that use less plastic, and demanding better packaging are all steps we can take. Reducing waste and reusing resources is our shared responsibility. Every bottle we recycle, every piece of plastic we refuse, makes a difference. Let's be good stewards for future generations. By making small changes today, we can protect our planet and ensure a cleaner, healthier world for those who come after us. Plastic pollution feels overwhelming, like a tidal wave of waste that just keeps growing. It's easy to feel powerless when we see mountains of bottles piling up in landfills, rivers choked with debris, and beaches littered with plastic. The scale of the problem can make us wonder if our individual actions even matter. But hope lies in small actions. Every time someone bends down to pick up a single bottle or chooses to recycle instead of toss, it's a spark of change. These moments may seem minor, but they add up, creating ripples that can transform entire communities. Every big change starts with a single step. The journey to a cleaner planet begins with one decision, one act of care. When we take that first step, we inspire others to follow, and together, those steps become a movement. Upcycling isn't just a craft, it's a statement that we value our planet and the resources it gives us. By turning discarded bottles into art, tools, or decorations, we show that waste can be transformed into something beautiful and useful. It's about creating a new way of living, not just cleaning up after ourselves. Upcycling encourages us to rethink our habits, to see every object as an opportunity for creativity and renewal. It's a lifestyle shift that brings families and friends together, working side by side to make a difference. Upcycling teaches us to see potential where others see trash. It challenges us to use our imagination, to look beyond the obvious and discover hidden value in what we might otherwise throw away. It connects us to our belongings, giving them new meaning and purpose. Each upcycled item carries a story, a reminder that transformation is possible, even for the most ordinary things. Transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary is empowering. It builds confidence, sparks joy, and reminds us that we have the power to shape our environment for the better. We're not helpless, we're part of the solution. When we come together, our collective efforts multiply, turning small acts into big results. Upcycling is a way to reclaim control and make a tangible impact. Each upcycled bottle is a small act of control and creativity. It's a chance to express ourselves, to experiment, and to contribute to a healthier world. This journey builds a better tomorrow, one project at a time. As we fill our homes and neighborhoods with upcycled creations, we're planting seeds of hope for future generations. It's about community too, sharing ideas, learning from each other, and teaching kids to care for the world around them. Upcycling brings people together, fostering a sense of belonging and shared purpose. Upcycling is hands-on learning for the next generation. It teaches problem-solving, creativity, and environmental responsibility in a way that's fun and memorable. We're creating a legacy of resourcefulness and respect. By showing children how to reuse and reinvent, we're passing down values that will shape their choices for years to come. Let's inspire others to be even better caretakers of our world. Our actions can motivate friends, neighbors, and even strangers to join in and make a difference. Every bottle upcycled is a fresh start for us and the planet. It's a symbol of hope, a reminder that change is possible, and that every effort counts. The future begins with what we do today. By choosing to upcycle, we're not just cleaning up, we're creating a brighter, more sustainable world for everyone. The most beautiful things at home often have a story. Upcycling plastic bottles lets you create those stories. Imagine painted bottles as vases or a chandelier made from bottle bottoms. Cut bottles become organizers, planters, or even whimsical curtains. A collection can become a vertical garden or a bird feeder. These projects blend beauty with function. Look past the bottle's original form. See shapes, textures, and color. There's hidden potential in every bottle. All it takes is imagination and a fresh perspective. Upcycling is where creativity and conservation meet. Saving a bottle from the trash is a conscious step toward less waste. It's a simple act with real impact, but it's also a celebration of creativity. There are no rules. You design, you choose, you create. Each project is unique, reflecting your personality. Upcycling reduces plastic waste and gives you something beautiful and useful. It saves money and brings a sense of accomplishment. The planet wins, and so do you. This process nourishes your soul and nurtures the earth. We can live beautifully and responsibly at once. Style and sustainability can go hand in hand. With creativity, we can have both. Getting started with upcycling is easy. Gather clean plastic bottles of different shapes and sizes. Rinse and dry them well. Basic tools: sharp scissors, craft knife, and a cutting mat. Sandpaper smooths rough edges. For decorating, use acrylic paints, brushes, or spray paint. Add personal touches with markers, washi tape, or glue. Ribbons, beads, or buttons add charm. Use what you have. No need to buy new supplies. With bottles, tools, and a little creativity, you're ready to begin. Before you start, let's talk safety. Cut plastic carefully. Edges can be sharp. Smooth rough spots with sandpaper. Always cut on a stable surface, away from your body. Adults should handle sharp tools if kids are helping. Paint in a well-ventilated area or outside. Be cautious with hot glue guns. Keep cool water nearby. Set up your workspace with good lighting and clear space. Safety lets you focus on creativity. Craft with care, and let your ideas flow. Ready to make something useful? Let's create a self-watering planter. Start with a clean 2-liter bottle. Cut it in half. Poke a hole in the cap and thread a cotton strip or yarn through as a wick. Screw the cap back on. Place the top half upside down into the bottom half. Fill the top with soil and your favorite herb or flower. Add water to the bottom reservoir. The wick draws water up to keep the soil moist. You've turned trash into a clever planter. It's simple, functional, and beautiful. Perfect for beginners. Give your plant a new home and your bottle a new life. Your upcycled creation is just the beginning. Share your planter with friends, family, or online. Use hashtags to join the upcycling movement. Sharing spreads hope and creativity. Your project can inspire others to start their own. This is how change grows, one idea at a time. Every bottle you upcycle is one less in a landfill or ocean. Upcycling helps the planet, sparks creativity, and saves money. Your hands and imagination can transform trash into treasure. Keep exploring, creating, and sharing. Each bottle is a new opportunity. Let's build a more beautiful, sustainable world, one bottle at a time. Your story matters. Tell it.